Alright, hello everybody. Today I just want to try to demonstrate a couple little tips and tricks using the oil pastels to color in our Spooky Nights by Van Gogh. So to begin, I want to start by having us focus on the sky up here. And to be honest, you could probably do either one first, but I personally like to start first with my stars. And to do so, I like to find all of the yellows and golds that are kind of close to one another. So I'm trying to look for all of these kind of little value changes of each. You could even include this bright orange as well. So all these are pretty similar, but when they work together, they're going to give me kind of a nice overall look. Some of you might even want to throw silver in there too to give it some extra sparkle. But basically, I told us when we were drawing to kind of mark off a few little areas just by creating a little circle like this with a couple lines around it. Now, if you decide to do more spots, or maybe you didn't have time to add some of those, you can do the same thing just with the oil pastels too. But I'll begin with this one since I already kind of decided I'm going to have one there. And basically what I like to do is start with the lightest of my colors, and I just do a few of those little dash lines that kind of curve. And then I simply just work my way to the dark. So now I'm going to grab my next yellow. And at first, you might not really even notice the differences between these colors, but that's okay. As we get more of them on here, they're going to really kind of start to work together. Maybe I'll now go and add some orange. I'm trying to leave some little spaces in between. Now it's okay if some of my colors go on top of each other, because some of us might even like how it looks when you blend them together. But to start, I'm using those kind of thick dash lines to kind of represent those thicker brush strokes that Vincent van Gogh used. And if we think back to his Starry Night picture, all of his lines like this were made up of similar colors like what I'm using. He just did those slow little value changes. So right there could be my first little star. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of gold in some spots too. Okay, so that could be one example. You could do that in other areas too. You might not need all the colors either. So maybe over here I just have a few together instead. So kind of experiment with these different ideas. I think it's good though to have a little bit of these kind of lit up areas throughout the whole entire sky. So if you only have a few over here, be sure to go back and add some on the other side as well. Now, the last thing I kind of want to show us is kind of similar effect with the sky. So I'm now going to find all my similar blues. So I know there's at least 4 that I can work with. And then some of you might even want to go back and add some white too, or maybe some of the purples as well. But once again, start with your lightest, and you're going to begin just doing those little dash lines all throughout the sky, making sure that they're not all just in like a straight line. Kind of has some variety. Have some maybe that curve, some that move, some that are long, some that are short. That variety is going to make it more interesting. And then once again, you just kind of keep taking turns with the colors, making sure to put as many different value changes as we can find in our box. Okay. Go to this one here. So this would be step 1 of the oil pastels. Now next time I'm going to show you how you can then begin to blend these together to take on a completely different effect. But to start out for today, I think this is our good goal, is to begin working with these little dash lines and to fill in all of your space. All right, have fun, see what you can do.